Hey guys, what's going on? It's Vic here, back with another Madden 23 rebuild. In today's episode, we're going to be rebuilding the Seattle Seahawks, but with the new addition of Anthony Richardson, AR-15, and honestly, the Seahawks had a great offseason, did very good last season in terms of the offseason, in terms of the draft, because they got Geno Smith, who balled out this year, and he got a three-year, I think, $100 million contract, if I'm wrong on that, sorry. They had Charles Cross, Abraham Lucas, who stepped up. They got Noah Fant, who honestly I'm not really too big of a fan of, but it's apparently reported that AR-15 is going to go to the Seahawks if he is there at 5, but then they also say they're going to get Jalen Carter, so I don't know what's going on here. But anyways, on the defensive side of the ball, they would definitely like to have Jalen Carter with this interior defensive line, but you never know when you're going to be picking this high again, because the Seahawks team seems to be doing pretty good with Tariq Woolen, who they also drafted last year. Had an amazing offseason. They got Draymond Jones in the offseason. They also got Devin Bush as well. They have Bobby Wagner back, Jordan Brooks, Devin Bush, of course, and Uchenna Nwosu. I think I'm going to move down to left end because he is playing right outside linebacker right now, as you can see. And then I'm going to move Devin Bush down outside to right outside linebacker, so that way we could at least put him to use, because Bobby Wagner is playing over both Jordan Brooks and Devin Bush, of course. So we're going to move him out there. I'm pretty sure they signed Devin Bush before they got Bobby Wagner back. But welcome back, Bobby Wagner, after you bandwagon to the division rivals, the Rams. But hey, they welcomed you back with open arms, and let's go draft AR-15. And here we are with pick number 5 in the draft. Anthony Richardson out of Florida. Hidden development, 91 speed, 90 acceleration, 95 throw power. All the athleticism. The ceiling is there. We don't quite know about his floor yet, but overall, he does look pretty good. The D awareness, not so much, but he's going to be the quarterback of the future. You never know. He could sit his first year. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to determine that later, but for now, let's get to our other first-round pick. And with my other first-round pick, I'm picking up right guard O'Cyrus Torrence out of Florida. 6'5", 347, 89 strength, hidden developments. He didn't allow a single pressure or a single sack last season for Florida, so we're adding the two teammates' chemistry together, and I think they're going to enjoy playing together. So yeah, 2 first-round picks. Here we are after the draft. We got O'Cyrus Torrence, of course. Is Damian Lewis a right guard? No, he is a left guard, so he's going to be playing there. Abraham Lucas, by the way, was a pretty good right tackle. I'm confused on why they didn't give him start. Noah Fant is going to start over Will Dissly just because he has star development and is younger, so we're going to start him. Looks like the CPU picked up A.T. Perry, so that's sick. I didn't draft him. But also, for those of you guys saying, oh, well, Anthony Richardson's probably going to sit behind Geno Smith in year 1. You see, in real life, that's how it works. In Madden, not so much. That's not how it works in Madden, okay? Anthony Richardson's going to be the starter just because he's younger. He has the development. Sorry if you guys wanted to see him sit year 1. That's just how it is. Defensively, looking into it, I got 2 rookie defensive tackle, Mozzie Smith and Benton, because we desperately need interior defensive line. But this is what we got, of course. Jamal Adams, when he's healthy, is great. Quandre Diggs, Tariq Woolen. Still maybe need some depth at DB, but the team does look pretty good for this first season. So anyways, it's now time to move in to the midseason mark. And here we are at the midseason mark, guys. We are 0-7. Okay, thank you, EA, for this continuous dog shit that you continuously produce every single year. What is wrong with the team? I always run the Dallas offense, Kansas City defense, 4-3 under, multiple zone run, and it's just not working. People are like, oh, well, you gotta change the scheme. I'll change the defense to like 4-6. Would that help, I guess? It's ridiculous that this is happening, but guess I can't necessarily do anything about it. We're just 0-7. And also, did I see AR as a second string? I'm going to be pissed if I did. Let me see this. He is no starting. That's what I want to see. O'Cyrus Torrence does have star dev, and we're going to be looking. Also, I can't believe I'm going back to this again. Did we draft another offensive lineman? Yeah, I just didn't see them. I can't believe I didn't see this. Javion Cohen, I'm going to start him at center just because he has the development, and my other center kind of sucks right now. I mean, they're both kind of the same overall. But this guy's just going to start just because of his development, of course. I'm going to put him as the starter here. And he is a 66 center, but he's going to do. Because we're 0-7. Doesn't make any sense at all. Apparently our run defense is what is helping us, which doesn't make sense either. But we are going to go with defensive back, in my opinion, just because Tariq Woolen cannot do it by himself. So I'm going to do that. And I will see the players ready to negotiate. I have no idea why. Again, 0-7 makes no sense. Jordan Brooks, I'm going to give him a 5-year deal. He's a long-term first-round pick for us. He's been great. Julian Love, no, don't really need him, if I'm being honest. Uchenna Nwosu, I would like back. Let's put him on a 3-year deal. He re-signs. And then Damian Lewis, let's put him on a 5-year deal. He's pretty cheap as well. He re-signs. And then Noah Fant, again, he's young. He has star dev. That's what I want. Pretty sure he won't get a 5-year deal in real life. If not, he won't be re-signed. But hey, again, he's young. Terrell Taylor, I don't know what I want to do with Terrell Taylor. We'll see in the offseason. He doesn't really have a huge interest, but we might be able to keep him. But anyways, let's move in to the playoffs. Here we are finishing the season 5-12. Again, EA just sucks at making games. Makes no sense. But Stats and Awards, how did AR-15 do in his rookie season? Good rookie year. 88 pass rating is not good. 31st offense, 9th defense. Okay. 4,100 yards, 20. Not a good ratio. Not a good rookie season, especially with the 88 pass rating. That's not good. But anyways, again, he has high ceiling. That's what we're looking for. Kenny Walker with 16 touchdowns, 4.1 per carry, 1,100 yards. No one on the entire team had 1,000 receiving yards. Unfortunate. Bobby Wagner, 97 tackles for a loss, 16 for Uchenna Nwosu. Sacks is 21 for Uchenna Nwosu. He's going to get superstar dev. 3 interceptions for Bobby Wagner. Safeties is 0. Defensive touchdowns is 0. So anyways, guys, let's see what we got here for the offseason, and let's just move into it. And the Bills beat the Rams in the Super Bowl. Von Miller wins the Super Bowl MVP. Lamar Jackson wins the league MVP. With the Ravens, that's awesome to see as a Ravens fan, but let's see what we got here for the development upgrades. I should see Uchenna Nwosu with superstar, if not X Factor. That's crazy season. But what do we got here? AR-15 has star development. His morale is down, though. Cohen and Torrance has star development. A.T. Perry has star development. A lot of stars on here, but not superstars is what I want to see. Uchenna Nwosu, I'm going to give superstar dev. If you want to cry about it in the comments, you can. Dude had 21 sacks in a season. You're going to tell me that's not good enough? He almost broke the record. Like, come on. He should get X Factor, if anything. But anyways, Quandre Diggs gets superstar, but he is regressing. We're going to have to figure out what we're going to do with Terrell Taylor. But anyways, it's now time to move into the re-sign players. In the NFC West, Thomas Morstead and Trent Williams both retires. Trent Williams retiring, that takes a 99 overall off their team, so that's going to lower the Niners overall significantly, which will help us. Julian Love just randomly got star dev. For what reason? Now I'm kind of intrigued. If he accepts this, I'll move him to free safety. Yeah, I'm going to move him to free safety, and Quandre Diggs is going to get replaced. Terrell Taylor's already 27. I'm going to take Julian Love. I know people won't like it. Quandre Diggs is still going to be the starter, but since Julian Love randomly got star dev and he is a young player, he accepted our player-friendly deal even though he didn't want to be here. I'm going to move him to free safety, so that way whenever Quandre Diggs does regress into oblivion, then I'm going to start Julian Love, obviously. So, yeah, he's going to be there. He's just 1 overall lower than Quandre, so Quandre probably won't be here next season. Let's hit free agency. Trayvon Diggs had a huge interest in playing in Seattle, so I'm going to let him come here, and we sign him on a 5-year deal. And Derek Brown, huge upgrade to our interior. Even though our defense is already stacked and was ranked 9th, I still got to try to fill in the gaps a little bit more, and that was the only players who really had a huge interest in playing for us. So let's move in to the draft. So in the draft, I'm trading back from pick 5 now to pick 21 for the Falcons, and I get their next year's first, and I'm getting their this year's 6, so I think this is a good deal for me. After trading back in the draft, I'm glad I didn't take this guy at number 5. Trading back to pick 21, cornerback Alfonso Horton out of Iowa State. Normal dev, 5'11", 182, 95 speed, 94 acceleration. He seems good. Unfortunately, though, he only has normal dev. In the second round, I'm picking up middle linebacker Marcus Dane out of Louisville. Hidden development, 6'2", 85 speed, 88 acceleration. He seems pretty good. I'm going to replace him for Terrell Taylor. And after the draft, this is what the team looks like. Why is Anthony Richardson not starting? He's a higher overall. There we go. Looks like the CPU picked up this guy named Dyson, and he's going to be the starter. Abraham Lucas is still going to be the starter, even though the CPU drafted this guy. It looks like they also drafted this guy named Crowder. With that being said, don't need Will Dissly anymore. And yeah, actually, never mind. It's going to take a lot of penalty to get rid of him, so there's no point in cutting him. Guess he's just going to be the 3rd string, or he's just going to be my fullback. So defensively looking into it, I'm going to have Hazelton, the guy that I drafted. Oh, no, I didn't draft Hazelton. Apparently the CPU is balling out with all the picks I got him, but I'm going to take Marcus Dane, the guy that I drafted in the 2nd round, and move him to left outside linebacker, even though the CPU drafted a star development or better left outside linebacker. So please adjust to what I want it to be. There we go. Yeah, very good linebacking core. A lot of depth there. And Horton was a 76 overall, so he was really good. He just didn't have the dev trait. That's just unfortunate. I can't necessarily do anything about that. But, yeah, move Crowder back up. Specialist looks good. Like what we got. Gonna move Dane, actually. I'm not gonna have Dane rushing off the edge. Hazelton, sure. Bobby Wagner, Julian Love is definitely not going to be a sub linebacker. Sure, I'm going to have Horton playing the slot. yeah, I don't want Julian Love to be playing in the slot. But anyways, guys, apart from that, it is now time to move in to the midseason mark. Finally, something more realistic. 4-2, top of the division, but it's still a contested division right now. Scouting national focus. Really, this team needs nothing. It really does need nothing. Just development is the key. Maybe a secondary defensive tackle. I've already drafted 3 defensive tackles so far. I drafted one in the 3rd round who ended up being normal dev as well. So we're going to have a lot of depth on defense. That's the good thing. I just need AR-15 to actually develop. Quandre Diggs, I want to see how far you regress because I did re-sign Julian Love. Bobby Wagner just doesn't want to play here, which doesn't make any sense. What are his motivations? Just wants a Super Bowl and wants a team to have a franchise QB. So, yeah, Bobby Wagner's not going to come back. Draymond Jones, it's going to be 28. I want to see how far he regresses. Will Disley can walk. Geno Smith can unfortunately walk, and everyone else here can walk. So, apart from that, guys, it is now time to move in to the playoffs. Here we are in the playoffs going 12-5, top of the division. Our team ranks are in the yellow for offense, but I guess we got to fix that later. But hey, we got a first round bye. That's what matters. I guess the NFC really isn't that stacked compared to the AFC. Anthony Richardson had a great second year, 11th best offense in the NFL. Defensively, we were the best in the NFL. 4,800 yards, 36 touchdowns, 11 interceptions, 106 pass rating. See, guys, we got to wait for the development because his rookie season, he was trash. 1,300 yards, 4.3 per carry, 9 touchdowns. A.T. Perry, 1,200 yards and 13 touchdowns, 1,000 yards for DK, and 1,000 yards and 100 receptions for Noah Fant. Defensively, Devin Bush, 136 tackles for a loss, 18 for Uchenna Nwosu, sacks 22 for Uchenna Nwosu, 11 for Draymond Jones, interceptions 2 for Trayvon Diggs. Safeties on the team is 0, defensive touchdowns is 0. But anyways, guys, let's see what we got here. For the divisional round, I'm sure we're going to get eliminated in round 1 because that's always what happens whenever I get a first round bye. We're going to be playing the 9-8 Atlanta Falcons, who I traded my pick away to get 2 first round picks this year. And yeah, as I always say, I get the first round bye and I always get eliminated. But let's move into the offseason. And the Bengals wipe the Niners in the Super Bowl. Joe Burrow wins the Super Bowl MVP. Jalen Hurts wins the league MVP. Uchenna Nwosu wins the Defensive Player of the Year. So he's going to get X Factor after getting 22 sacks. I kind of acted like it was nothing because I was like, wow, he had 21 sacks the year before, but he's going crazy. Anyways, what do we got for the team? Oh my gosh, now this conflicts me. Gordon Jones has superstar dev, but like Abraham Lucas is already a 79. So I don't think he'll be able to catch up in time just because of his over. If it was like a 74, 75, I would have definitely started him over Abraham Lucas, but he's going to have to be a backup. I didn't know he was going to have superstar dev. I would have started him at the beginning of the season if I knew. Dyson has star dev. Defensively looking into it, Derek Brown already came with superstar, but Dame has superstar dev. Quandre Diggs has regressed below Julian Love. So it's time for him to go. Horton, unfortunately, did not get a dev up, but Uchenna Nwosu does get superstar X Factor, and that is what I'm excited for. So let's move into the re-signings. In the NFC West, Danico Autry and Rodney Hudson both retire on the Rams and the Cardinals. What do we have for the re-signings? Honestly, we have a lot of money to spend, but we don't really need too much else. Bobby Wagner suddenly has an interest in playing, and I'm fine with the 1 year being a backup behind Jordan Brooks. Quandre Diggs, you've regressed below Julian Love. There's no point to re-signing you. Draymond Jones, I don't want to pay him this much, especially since he's going to be 28. He only put up 6 sacks. I feel like I can get someone better in free agency, especially since I have $76 million. Will Disley's like a 3rd-string tight end now. Everyone else here I just don't want. So I will get Draymond Jones if there's nothing else in free agency, but let's move into it. After free agency, we got Hassan Reddick, who I moved from left outside linebacker down to right end to replace Draymond Jones, and I got Michael Pierce on a 1-year deal just as a Band-Aid fill-in player. But honestly, the team's stacked, and we have 2 first-round picks too, so let's move into the draft. In the first round, I'm picking up another defensive tackle, and he has normal depth. Dude, I have 4 defensive tackles with normal depth that I've drafted now. It's just, there's no point in trying to draft them anymore. I have so much depth that it's just not even worth it. But anyways, this was our first-round pick. We have another one. And with my other first-round pick, I'm picking up middle linebacker Marion Fournette out of Notre Dame. Decent athleticism, 6'1", 245, hidden development. He's going to be replacing Bobby Wagner. I know Jordan Brooks is replacing Bobby Wagner, but sure, might as well have depth. Again, the team is so stacked, I don't need anything. And in the second round, I'm picking up another wide receiver. By the way, wide receiver 4s do nothing in Madden, but again, I don't need anything. So sure, maybe you'll replace Tyler Lockett whenever he ages out. So this is the team after the draft. Again, the CPU picked up another low overall offensive lineman that I can't do anything with them. Jones is a 73 overall. He was my 2nd round pick. Defensively, Fournette is a star dev. He's definitely going to be replacing Bobby Wagner after this season. Team is way too stacked. Phelps is a 73 overall. He's going to be a third-string defensive tackle. Like, look how much depth I have here at defensive tackle. Like, they're all pretty good, too. But anyways, it's just about my quarterback developing. It's now time to move into the third season and the midseason mark. And here we are, 3-3, bottom of the division. Suddenly, the division is so good, and suddenly the Rams are crazy. Breakout QB is something I would love to have here, as our team is an 88 overall. It's just the rest of the team, well, the rest of the division is contested. So I got to remember to do this. Hopefully, we can beat the Niners. I mean, they have a stellar defense, so that would be really hard to actually do now that I think about. But again, I don't know what I want here because there is nothing we necessarily need. I guess you can never have too much depth at DB. Don't really know. My last DB didn't really work out that well. But players ready to negotiate. Let's see what we got. We have DK Metcalf, who doesn't want to be here. I don't care. I'm going to hold you against your will. Nah, you don't want more. You don't want to stay here? Don't care. Yeah, I'm going to hold you against your will. Same thing with Kenneth Walker. Going to hold you against your will, bud. Jamal Adams, sure. At least he's being reasonable. Never mind. He no long-term commitment, no deal. You're about to be 30. Shut up. Tyler Lockett. I'll do 2 years and increase the money. I want to see how far you regress. Hold up. And he doesn't even have interest playing here. Tariq Woolen, I don't care, bro. You're being held here against your will. You're going to stay. Everyone's being held against their will. Charles Cross. So this is the problem with the team now. It's now the payday. Nobody wants to be here. Just because the team's at the bottom of the division. Bobby Wagner can walk. The one guy I don't want actually wants to be here. Michael Dixon, sure. Resign our punter. We have a lot of money, so it's fine. And Abraham Lucas, I do want to resign, but I can't negotiate with him right now. I want to see if we get that superstar dev for Anthony Richardson. I highly doubt we will, especially with the Niners defense. But anyways, let's see what we got here against the San Francisco 49ers. We lost. Okay, so I'm assuming he did not get it, but we did score 27 points. And, come on, I'm pretty sure we didn't get it because we lost. No dev upgrade. Okay, that's unfortunate. Anyways, it's now time to move into the playoffs. And here we are in the playoffs, coming off a loss to the Niners that would have helped us take the division, but we don't get it. So now the 8-9 Vikings are going to play out. That's so stupid. I feel like it shouldn't matter if you take the division. It should. People who have the better records, teams who have the better records should have the home field advantage. The divisions are stupid. Anyways, let's see what we got. Anthony Richardson, great year. 10th best offensive yards and first best defense. Top 10 team. 4,900 yards, 38 touchdowns, 14 receptions. A little bit more than I would like. 105 passer rating. Kenneth Walker, 1,200 yards, 4.2 per carry, 18 touchdowns. Tyler Lockett finally getting involved. 1,200 yards, 11 touchdowns. DK, 101 receptions, 1,200 yards. Noah Fant, 101, 3 receptions, and 1,000 yards. A.T. Perry, almost 1,000 yards, 12 touchdowns. Looking at it defensively, Jordan Brooks, 98 tackles for a loss, 18 for Hassan Reddick. Sacks, 27.5 for Hassan Reddick, 11 for Derek Brown. Chen Nwosu took a step back since Hassan Reddick got here. And interceptions, 2 for Bobby Wagner. Safeties on the team is 0. Defensive touchdowns is 0. So, if we lose to the Vikings, I'm going to be pretty upset considering they're 8-9. I mean, we're only 1 overall higher than them, but come on, dude. We're like the second, we should be the best team in the division, but okay, there we go. 27-3, our defense is locked down. Here to face the 14-3 Panthers. They're 2 overalls lower than us, so we could be able to do this. I don't know what to tell you, bro. I deal with this in every Madden rebuild. Let's move into the offseason. And the Chiefs beat the Cowboys in the Super Bowl. Right outside linebacker Dylan Harton apparently wins the Super Bowl MVP. Trevor Lawrence wins the league MVP. Hassan Reddick wins Defensive Player of the Year. No surprise after 27.5 sacks. Pretty sure that's a record breaker. We have a bunch of money to spend on free agency, but not after we sign certain players. This is what we got for the team so far. Offensively, no upgrades. Jones also has only star dev. Hassan Reddick gets superstar dev. It should be X Factor, but I'm just going to leave it where it is. And yeah, we're about to move into the 4th and final season. It's disappointing that we haven't even won a divisional round game yet, but let's move into the re-signings. In the NFC West, Bobby Wagner and Aaron Donald and DeAndre Hopkins, 3 big names, all retire out of the NFC West, my bad. And players ready to negotiate. Let's see what we got here. DK suddenly has an interest in playing here, so let's just give him player friendly to make sure he stays. A little bit cheaper, and he resigns. Kenneth Walker still has no interest in being here. Let's just increase the bonus even more. And he resigns. Jamal Adams wanted no long-term commitment, no deal. We're just going to give him the same offer as last time. He resigns. And Tyler Lockett didn't really regress that much. We're going to fourth and final year, sure. Oh, never mind. He doesn't want to play for us. That's honestly fine. If he doesn't want to play for us, I mean, he had a really good year, but again, not really that big of a deal. Player-friendly deal for Abraham Lucas. He resigns. And Kobe Bryant, no, I'm just going to draft another DB. I'm fine with my receivers, especially with A.T. Perry. You know what? I don't want to pay $30 million for him, but at the same time, we have the money. And he did have a good season. We have the money. I don't care. I'm not even going to participate in free agency with all the money I have. It's the fourth and final season. I'm happy with my team. Let's move into the draft. In the first round, I'm picking up defensive back DJ Fisher out of Miami. 92 speed, 90 acceleration, hidden development, 6'2", 205. Another DB just to add as depth. We don't need anything. We just need AR to perform, which he is. But apparently the simulation just doesn't like us. So let's move in to the team. And here we are after the draft. Really happy with the team I built. Unfortunate that Richardson only got to an 82 overall, but really good in offense around him, like the offensive line. Defensively, we are stacked beyond belief. Fisher is a 74 overall. We built a good team. Again, it's just a development problem in Madden. Players will win Defensive Rookie of the Year. And whenever you win Defensive Rookie of the Year in real life, you immediately go from like, if Uchenna Nwosu won Defensive Player in real life, he would go from an 81 overall to a 95 overall X Factor within the next season. But in Madden, that's not how it works. It's really stupid. They'll give you like 2 XP points. Anyways, let's move in to the playoffs. Here we are in the playoffs, finishing 14-3, top the division. The division is suddenly no longer contested. Doesn't make any sense. Coming off a win to the Denver Broncos. Stats and awards. Anthony Richardson. Another great season, actually. That has to be like top 5 for MVP, right? He is, wow, not even top 10, but Kenneth Walker is, okay. He's a top 10 QB in the league, but not even top 10 for MVP. Second best offense in the NFL, second best defense in the NFL, 4,800 yards, 39 touchdowns, 13 interceptions, 112 passer rating is great. K9 is 26 touchdowns, 5.8 per carry, 1,700 yards. That deserves an X factor. Tyler Lockett, 1,100 yards, 1,100 yards for DK, 1,100 yards for Noah Fant, 10 touchdowns, and 111 receptions. A.T. Perry with a solid season as well. Defensively, Devin Bush, 110 tackles for a loss, 18 for Uchenna Nwosu. Sacks, 22 for Hassan Reddick, 15.5 for Uchenna Nwosu, 10 for Derek Brown, 5 interceptions for Trayvon Diggs. Safeties is 0, defensive touchdowns is 0. So anyways, guys, apart from that, we're going to be simulating the divisional round, and of course, I'm going to be hopping into it because we've lost two divisional round games, so it's infuriating. I'm not going to stand for this again. I'm not going to lose to a team that doesn't deserve to be here, and I do. So let's move into it. Here we are against the Philadelphia Eagles in Seattle, first seed. So of course we're getting home field advantage as it is a 10-3 start, 10-10, 17-10. It feels like my offense always does nothing in simulation. Hopefully it actually does do something here. It feels like my defense always clamps, but my offense does nothing. But 24-24 as it is 27-24, 27-27. Okay. What is my offense doing? Do I have to hop in and play this? Hopefully not. I don't think I will. They're in field goal range. Okay, 1 second left. Yeah, we're going to win that. 30-27, we're going to be moving on to the conference championship. Here we are to face the 13-4 Carolina Panthers. Do they have Bryce Young as their quarterback? I'm assuming they do, and that's probably why they're balling out. Yeah, Bryce Young, superstar QB, 98 overall. Not surprised. Anyways, let's move into this conference championship game. Here we are in Seattle once again. Huge run off the rip. 14-0 off the rip for the Panthers. Wow. My defense is not clamping. They're getting ran over, and my offense is doing virtually nothing. But 21-10 in the third quarter as we keep getting ran through. 28-17. Okay, 28-20. This is close. This is getting really close. What do we got? Do I have to hop in? Third down alert. 28-28. Are they gonna? Oh, big field goal kick. Yes, sir. I'm gonna pin this. I don't want the AI to screw this up as they always do. So I'm gonna do this. It is going to be what is that? No fucking really. You're gonna tell me that you put me into the game, not letting me know whether or not the AI is gonna tell me that the clock is running down and the CPU hasn't taken a timeout yet? This is the stupidest thing I've seen in a long time. Thank you, EA, for your devoted screwery for this. What is this, dude? I hate this game 90% of the time. Let's just get a touchdown. Thank you. They're going to get one right back. Let's get another touchdown. Third down. What is this? What did we do? Did we win? I guess we pinned a field goal. I don't know how he okay, I guess we somehow got a touchdown midway through. But yeah, we're going to the Super Bowl. Here we are in the Super Bowl, of course, here to face the Chiefs. They're in 92 overall. We're in 91 overall, so we have a chance of winning this. Let's see the yearly awards. K9, I feel like he should get X Factor, but he does only get Superstar. Noah Fant has Superstar. Crowder, our second string tight end, who is also our fullback, gets Superstar as well. A.T. Perry's up to an 89 overall. That's good. Hassan Reddick, I don't know why he wouldn't get X Factor here. I'm going to give him X Factor. If you don't like it, you can cry in the comments. The dude continues to ball out. So he's going to get X Factor along with Uchenna Nwosu, and the rest of our team is fine. Fisher only has Star Dev. Really happy with the team we built. Don't think we're going to beat the Chiefs, but at least let's try. Here we are against the Kansas City Chiefs, as it is a 0-3 start, 3-3 start now, 6-3. Okay, defenses are clamping. Not anymore. Okay, 13-3, 13-10, 13-17 at halftime. Good starts. 13-20. One score lead, though. I'd like to have two score. Nope, it's going to be tied. 22-23. They're probably going to drive down the field here. No, they did not. Wow, we win. 20-23. Did not expect that at all. But it happens, and we are Super Bowl champions, and that is going to be a successful rebuild. Thank you guys all for watching. We're going to be seeing the Super Bowl MVP. It's probably Anthony Richardson. It would be a great way to end out this video. I hate that he didn't really progress to much of a QB other than like an 85 overall. I mean, he had really good stats, but EA just doesn't progress players at all. Anyways, Anthony Richardson does win the Super Bowl MVP. K9 wins Offensive Player of the Year. Awesome to see. And I think that should be it. We've already looked at the development upgrades. But anyways, guys, let me know which team you'd like me to rebuild next. I'm probably going to do Will Levis with the Colts. And apart from that, guys, thank you guys once again all for watching. And I'll see you guys all in the next one.